There were only 3 people that spoke during public comment in this meeting. We got the email about this meeting taking place just 59 minutes before the start of that meeting. It's out here where emotions ran high, so much so that the police chief had to break away from the closed session portion of that meeting to make sure that everything was all right.
Just shut up! Just shut the hell up!
This is out of hand. We need to have an update from the Yolo County Sheriff's Department about where they are in the investigation.
Longtime Davis resident Dorte Jensen spoke during an emergency special board meeting held at the Davis Joint Unified School District following the 6th bomb threat to several Davis schools and the library today. This speaker identified herself as a retired teacher.
You are not doing reading, writing, and arithmetic, but you are getting into people's personal lives, children's sexual lives, in relationship to this bomb square, because obviously, to me, it's people who want this crazy agenda to keep going in the schools.
Fox 40 received the first bomb threat in an email on August 21st and another on the 28th, which were immediately reported to law enforcement. The threats followed an event at the library on August 20th where a presentation against trans women in female sports was interrupted by library staff after the speaker had referred to trans women as men.
Freedom of speech and the freedom of your personal beliefs is not something that might be considered acceptable if they don't go with what the majority viewpoint is on here.
Davis mother Beth Bourne says it should be the parents' job and not the schools when it comes to talking with their children about gender-based choices.
As school board trustees, your job is to be transparent, to be accountable, to make sure that the parents in this community who have trusted you to have this role of caring for our children, that you will let the parents in Davis know what exactly is in our children's classroom. What are the teachers telling them? What are the school counselors saying?
My child is not trans nor gay. He just goes to school and I'm terrorized. Every day I'm afraid it's gonna blow up. They can teach whatever they want to my kids. They can say whatever, but I have a really good relationship with my children, so they come to me and we talk.
I asked what
Wait. People have very passionate views about their positions. And so clearly there's people in town that have a particular view regarding transgender sports and the whole issue of transition, especially involvement of schools.
The chief says people have a right to their own views and to be able to share them. He says police continue to investigate and are seeing clear similarities between the bomb threats, although they haven't determined exactly who is behind them.
I want to have a safe and positive, healthy place for everybody.
And the chief also said that the FBI is part of this investigation, looking at other schools throughout the country to see if they also receive similar threats and then to determine if they did, if any of them are connected. Reporting live in Davis tonight, covering local news that matters, Rowena Shaddix, Fox 40 News.